I've been in my bag for a minute. I got time today, I might spend it.
What's going on, everybody? It's Tyler Xavier. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another Elite Battle ATL review. Clearly, as you can see, it's a new scenery. I have a guest because this episode was a lot, and it was a lot of her in the episode. So I thought it would be great to bring her on so she can share her side and we can go through the episode together. First, let's introduce my guest.
Hi, I am Teach, aka Tanisha on the show. Fire the producing editor. Immediately,
because she goes by Teach, so
yes,
it was like.
But yes, my name is Tanisha, but I'm known as Teach.
Yes. And what do you do?
Don't put me on the spot. That was I wasn't prepared. But I do a little bit of everything. I mean, like, I'm nervous.
He told me, no, I'm not nervous.
Seriously, I am a project manager and event host for ATL's Trivia Night. I have a brand that specializes in couples trivia nights and a few pop-up singles mixers, but all about love, relationships, and everything.
Yeah, I've been to one. I've been to the single one. Okay, so that's what you do, and your Instagram is?
My Instagram is Teacher T, but follow my businesses, okay? So if you're single, follow ATL's Singles Trivia, and if you're in a couple, follow ATL's Couples Trivia. Now, if you're single, you sing your couples couple. Don't try to dib and dab. And look. I got them separated for a reason, okay? Don't get in no trouble.
She also has an event coming.
I have several events coming up. Okay. So first and foremost, we're gonna get into Halloween. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm partnering with my Nightcape team. October 28th, we are taking over a whole haunted school. Well, if we're taking over school, we're gonna make it haunted. But you know. Okay. So that's going to be really, really lit. The Angels versus Demon Haunted School takeover. And then I'm also having my 1-year anniversary for ATL's Couples Trivia, and that's going to be a couples workshop, and that's going to be November 18th, Couples Giving. Yay.
Cool. Okay, I just wanted to give her like a rundown of what she does so that way you guys can check it out and follow her. And I'm going to be asking her questions throughout the review because that's what I wanted to do. And the first question is, how'd you get on the show? How'd you find out about it?
Well, my girl Mulatto. We were just getting to know each other and building, and she's like, hey, you want to do the show? And I'm like, I don't know, yeah. Yeah.
So without giving everything away, overall, what's your experience?
It was very, very fun. It was fun. I enjoyed the experience more than, you know, just the experience, mm-hmm. you know, of being on the show, like meeting new people, the challenges. I just got a taste of what people who actually do this, I got a taste of what they kind of go through as far as filming and then their quality above.
Okay, and then last question. I'm gonna ask everybody this that comes on. First impression of me.
First impression of me. I'm like, oh, he is my little brother. Yeah. Like, he is so sweet, so quiet. I'm gonna have to protect him.
Yeah. It was instantly like a...
Yeah, I'm gonna have to protect him because he looked quiet, he looked shy, he timid, and I don't want nobody picking on him. Like, I just want to...
You even did that when I came over here for that event that you had.
Did I?
Yeah. He was like, I was gonna make sure you're okay. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm chilling.
I know. He like a girl.
But yeah, that was her first impression of me being kind of more quiet and stuff like that. And I think getting to know me.
Yeah, I didn't meet Chino at first. I didn't know Kappachinotv, you know.
All right, so before we get into the episode, which was very dramatic, so we're gonna kind of go through certain points. But in the last review, I don't know if you guys remember in the previous episode, King.
We started? Mm-hmm. Oh, my bad.
King and V had their elite talk where they were discussing me and Mulatto. And King said these words. He said that Ty, what did he say? You remember? Mm-hmm. He said Ty.
He said, don't play with me like that. We're not
cool. He was like, we're not cool like that. Don't joke with me. And he was like,
what was he referring to?
I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
And then he was like, Ty. He said Ty, as in the Ty on the show, my friend. that he gets chatty when the cameras are on, and then King said that he told Ty, you want to be my enemy, right? So when I went on my review, I said, I go hard for my friends, and I defended Ty. But after that video went out, King did DM me, and he said that he was not talking about Ty, he was referring to me.
Oh.
And that they edited the part wrong of when he said that. So I just want to clear that up. Because
he wanted to make sure he had the right addressee.
Yeah, so
okay.
he wanted to clear that up. But what I will say, anybody in the cast will tell you that I'm not someone that turns up for the camera. I was trying to be away from the camera because I know how I can come off. So I was constantly being quiet and toning down myself. So nobody can ever say I was fake in front of the camera.
I don't even think you gotta defend that.
Yeah, like she said,
I'm just a little confused because I didn't think he was talking about the other Ty. So this is news to me.
Because that's what he said. He said Ty. And they even played a clip of what he was talking about.
Okay.
Because he never told me you want to be my enemy so bad. Because the whole time I was trying to get to know him and we were friendly.
Okay.
So there was no way he could have said that about me. But that's what he said. I mean, we're cool. I just want everyone to know. Like, okay. Yeah, I want to make sure. Because anytime I mess up on a review, because I could, even though it's not likely. Mm-hmm. But anytime I mess up on a review, I will fix myself on the next one. Okay. Like one time I said Tonka said a word. I said that he said sneaky, but he said slick. So I made sure I fixed that. Right.
Little traction.
Yeah, It picks up where it left last week, where they were voting J and V pretty much, and we find out this episode that no one's going home.
Bullshit. That was some bullshit.
And J and V being for nomination made sense because they were like everyone's target. So the fact that they weren't going home. Good.
No, it was. But I was saying he was the captain, so he had already said he was going up. So we already knew he was going up. It was just figuring out.
It was So V was happy that she stayed. She was a little upset. It looked like she was crying, but she was hugging King that she wasn't going home at that point in time. So since our team won, we got to pick our new partners, which was the blue team. And because we voted Teach for the elite player, she got to organize. She got to pick first, and she got to organize her order, right? So as you guys saw, she picked V, and she also picked our order. So I want to ask you, one, why did you pick V? And two, was there any thought of the order that you wanted?
I wasn't trying to be strategic with the order because I'm still trying to learn how to be strategic in a game. Like I'm being strategic, don't even know how to be strategic. Right. But I did know that if it came down to me or V as far as getting voted out, I know I have more votes to stay. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what, like I said, I was being strategic but not being strategic because I still went home. I mean, that was my thought process at that time.
Okay. Yeah. I was nervous because she put me probably third to last and after Melly, and I thought everyone was gonna pick my partner that I wanted because I knew who I wanted to begin with. So Ty picked Mulatto, which could have went good, could have went bad. Tuesday picked Jay, which if I was anybody there, I wanted to pick Jay because everyone was gonna gun for him and gun for B. That was like the things. Melly picked King.
Yeah, Melly. Yeah, he said, okay, Melly.
Yeah, Melly picked King, and Melly was my target, but that's neither here nor there.
A personal vendetta.
Who?
You and Melly, y'all got this love.
We don't have anything. It's imaginary, and it's one-sided.
It's been a lot of tea, a lot of shade. Ever since he said that first episode, you said.
Yeah, because I said.
And at first, I didn't think he was being messy, shady.
I was not.
The way the camera's playing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the way, that's how I know who I come off. And that's why I specifically made sure I was not like that. I picked Lulu because we ran in the first challenge together. We were cool partners. And also we were getting to know each other as well. And I felt like it would be smart for me to pick him.
He's a competitor.
He's athletic. Yeah, that's what I said exactly. He's super athletic. I think he did military training or something like that. So that's someone that I would always pick to be a partner with. This challenge was obviously physical. How'd you feel about the physical challenge?
First of all, Wes was lying. talking about some, I read y'all wanted, who the fuck wanted a physical challenge? You did? No, speak to me yourself. I already knew, like, physical, like, as long as, I just felt, because it was teams, I'm like, okay, cool, because, I mean, you rely on your team. I knew I was probably gonna be a weak link on the team as far as physical, so I'm like, I'm okay, like, we had, most of the people that were there were all great, you know, physical competitors, so I was cool with the team, but the physical challenge, like, I was not for it.
Yeah, and this one was real physical because we had different colored balls everywhere.
I was at a birthday.
No, me too. What? And basically each color had different points, so we had to run and get the ball, and put it in our opponent's basket. So whoever you wanted out at that time.
Yeah.
So when we were lined up, we all were kind of discussing who we wanted to go towards, right? Like, I personally wanted Melly. I want to say I wanted Melly or something, but Lulu was like, no, we're going to do Tonka. And for me, I'm going to go with the team for the most part, because obviously I'm just listening. While we were running, though, we decided that, well, he really decided we're just going to put it in a basket, and whichever basket has the most, we're going to start putting it in there, because...
oh, so you was putting back?
No, that was after. After y'all got out, because we saw how the game was going. Mm-hmm. So in order for us to have the less balls, we would put all of our balls in other people's baskets that already had some. So that was our goal. Once I found out everybody else's targets, like Ty wanted Jay out, LA really wanted Teach out.
LA, baby.
But explain why LA is so like trying to get you up.
Because the first challenge, I had figured, I'm like, you know, two people, you know, the first challenge when we had to do the switcheroo, I picked DJ and King, because I'm like, okay, he went to the other team, she's new, just did it last in Mohicans. But I thought about it, like, really, when you volunteer to be a captain, I feel like the captain should go down with the ship. Yeah. So, you know, and King was really adamant about his position, fighting for his position. So I'm just like, hey, LA. But I don't know why she took it to me. Why she took it to me? I was the only one who voted her. Like, she had beef with me.
Yeah,
I'm like,
did.
girl, if you want to kiss, just say that. I'm just playing. Why was she so mad at me?
I don't know. I think maybe because you were more vocal. Like, you were the most vocal one. That was
I can't help that. Nah.
Yeah. So LA was definitely gunning for her. Also, I think other people were gunning for her. DJ was gunning for you.
Why? DJ? For what? For what? Because after that first challenge, I apologized. We sat there, we broke bread, I kumbaya, and I'm thinking we cool.
Yeah.
But you still got beef. Now, I don't mind that you still got beef, but let me know you still got beef. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't have me eating chicken and you eating beef. If it's, I want to roll.
I was surprised at that. I was like,
I was surprised too.
I think King wanted to go for Lulu. We pretty much, it just showed us playing the game. And it was very tiring. I was tired. It was a lot. But we also had these side interviews going on. And Teach said,
I'm devastated. First of all, I understand LA had beef with me. You know what I'm saying? But why the fuck did I have so many fucking balls?
Yeah, they filled hers and V's up.
But it was more so V. That's the balls on for me, baby.
No.
Already still. Don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah, that was everybody was definitely for V. And she was definitely devastated.
Like, I can understand being the top with one of the few with the most balls, but the top with the most balls.
She had like over. It was a lot, but that's how we with them. So then, after that, we found out that obviously V and Teach lost, and they were automatically put up for elimination. Both of them.
What was the point of me winning the elite challenge? I know. The elite worth shit.
And then, so Mulatto and Ty won that first round, but we realized that we had more rounds to go, so they didn't really win anything. So it did kind of put a target on your back. This third round, it was a lot. It was me and Lulu, and me, Lulu, Ty, Mulatto, Tonka, LA, and DJ and Prince. Sorry. And DJ and Prince. And this is where like I try to kick into high gear a little bit more because the chances were getting really low. And I was running my ass off. Like I was running. Even the confessional Lulu was like, listen, people underestimated him but I'm fast. And then later on, he did say like, yeah, he's not that athletic.
But you did. You was.
But you did good. But I only have certain spurts. Like the second and third rounds were mine, but that first and fourth, ended up losing to DJ and Prince. And DJ and Prince got to pick who were going up next. You know, DJ and Prince got to pick. And Teach and V were automatically up. So Teach and V were already going to be one. And they ended up picking King and Melly, clearly. And Tuesday and Jay.
Tuesday and Jay, yeah.
Now, at this point, I think the whole game, Jay knew that if he didn't win, he was going home.
Yeah, Jay knew he didn't win because everybody was voting for him.
Yeah, and he knew it. He knew even going there. Like, let me set the scene up for y'all. It was cold, like very cold.
Very cold.
It was late. It might have been even a little bit wet. And when we first got there, it was so much tension.
Yeah.
Like, from that house party, it was a lot of tension and.
But I didn't know that Jay was pissing everybody off. Like, he said his little words to me, and it was his birthday, so I know he was popping his shit or whatever, but he was rubbing motherfuckers the wrong way, because everybody wanted that nigga head cut off.
Yeah.
And I was trying to save him.
Yeah, like I told you guys last review, the plan was for the alliance was we had a phone conversation.
Yeah.
And we talked about saving Jay.
Right.
And I had to be convinced, because at that time I was like, no, like, I need Jay to go.
But we needed to talk to Jay to let him know, like, look, we got your back. But
it was too late. Yeah.
It was too late because it was so much tension at the park, you know, before the challenge that I couldn't even pull him to the side, like, hey, we got your back, like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Because even when I said hey, because every challenge I went and said hey to everybody, like no matter what, I gave hugs. I didn't give hugs to everybody, but I said hey to everybody. Yeah. And Jay was one of the people that I tried to give a hug to, and he accepted it. But he was like, when I said hey, he was like, oh hey, like in a like surprising tone. As if he was surprised that I would give him a hug. But it was just so much tension. It was just a lot. And I think he also knew because of that he was going to go home. So he was, I think he was already ready to go
But
home.
hold on, pause. They didn't show it, but him and Tuesday had got into a little tidbit too.
Yeah, now I never knew about the him and Tuesday thing.
Yes, that's why that's what I'm like, well, we're going to get into that. But
so when we found out who the bottom, like, 3 teams were, production told us that it's every man for themselves.
Bullshit.
Which Teach felt like, you know, going against 4 men and then V, it's like
I was going home.
Yeah.
Like, that was a boom. That was a curveball, because I'm like, if we're voting out and it's me and V, I already know I got the votes. When they say every man for themselves, I was cool with the physical and the team, but the physical and solo, oh, it's a wrap. I mean, come on, Melly. You got Melly, was it King up there? Melly, King, Jay.
Jay for sure.
Jay was for his life.
Yeah, he was.
You know what I'm saying? You even heard Melly say, okay, him and Jay is the most physical competitors, and everybody else was.
No, I think Melly said Jay was the most physical.
Right, that's what I meant. Right. I'm saying we going up against them two alone, plus Tuesday, which is a great competitor, plus V, which is a great physical competitor too. There was no way.
Tuesday surprised me a lot.
Hello.
Tuesday surprised me.
Hello.
I didn't think he was going to be as physical. So she felt like the underdog, like, you know. So, and I'm gonna have her explain why she did what she did. But in the show, they were picking up the balls, putting them in the baskets. And from what it looks like to me, I think Teach was just like, she realized I'm not gonna win. So what I'm going to do is get in everybody's head, and I'm gonna shake the game up. So she started taking balls and putting them everywhere. And what they didn't show, and I remember so good, because we had like 2 producers on that day that was filming. One other producer. And when you were doing it,
there was a producer and a camera right there in front of the basket watching me do it.
And they didn't do it.
It wasn't like I was being sneaky or, you know, like I knew I wasn't going to win. So to say I cheated for charity, whatever. I mean, I can't say that I didn't cheat. But
she was doing the balls. And nobody said she couldn't do that until, I don't know what happened, but when the camera guy, when the producer was like, you can't do it, and she was like, it's not in the rules. It's not in the rules. I wish he would have played that. But no, explain why you did that. Because that was my
Okay, well, first and foremost, because we were building all that alliance, and I didn't get a chance to talk to Jay. So when Jay voted mulatto, I'm like, okay, well, he's gonna, you know what I'm saying, go
Exactly.
because everybody else was, even Melly was like, hey, off rip, he gotta go before we even started the challenge. But anyway, I knew I wasn't gonna win, period. So, and Jay was my target at that point. So I'm like, okay, let me, take all Jay's balls out.
Yeah.
Okay, let me take your balls out. But like I said, I'm fine, but I'm blind. So after it was late, it was cold, I couldn't see what baskets was what. So at this point, I just start, you know what I'm saying, taking everybody's shit out. And I mean, they were casualties of war. That's why I'm worried about that bitch saying what she said, but I don't feel it. But I mean, they were just war. So I knew that it was really to fuck with Jay, like to get in his head, because he was going to be the most pissed, because even though everyone was playing to win, he was really playing to stay.
He was, exactly. That's why I knew, like, you could feel it, like that. It was because he knew if he did not win, he was going home. And he wanted the same. And so after that, everyone was like, oh, Tisha's cheating, Tisha's cheating. I thought it was funny. I thought it was a good TV moment. It was, she did her job. But this is when it took a turn. How did you and Jay start?
Because he was mad. Like, everyone was mad, but he was like 38, hot, ready to fight mad. Like, threaten me mad. Like, going in on me mad. Like, everybody was pissed off. They had reason to be, but he just took it to another level.
It was very uncomfortable. So, at first, I thought it was just going to be like y'all be shady, y'all say something, da-da-da-da. But then he really went like...
He really went in.
Like, he went, like, disrespectful. So
very,
even
very.
at one point, he said...
Just to make a synthetic ass. That's corny as hell.
It's synthetic. It's a synthetic wig or something like that.
And it was. It was. And like I said, some days are more affordable than others. So that wig was in the budget for the day, so that's what I wore.
And which is fine. I didn't think it looked bad at all.
No, it didn't look bad with the motherfucking lights.
Oh.
The lighting made it look worse. I'm like, damn, because it looked like I would have had it all. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is, but that don't hurt my feelings. That don't make me feel bad. Like, I've been called worse things by more important people. So,
but she was like, pull your balls out, and what you say?
Because what upset me about him, it wasn't the talking shit. It was when he had threatened not to slap me or something like that. They didn't show that. He was so turned up with me, but Tuesday had just checked him and chunked him off, and he didn't give that same energy to Tuesday. That's what I was upset about. Like, why are you coming at me and I'm a female, and someone else who really don't like you, who really want to bend you over and fuck you, not literally, but why you not giving him that same energy?
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot, and I think at one point was when I was just like, okay, Jay, like it was a lot.